Hello, everybody. Good evening. Welcome back to another fun-filled adventure of horror. Um, wait,
That was
fun-filled
contradictory.
adventure. Fun-filled horror adventure? Yes. Here on Bard and Barbarian. This evening we were back with Iron Dust and Blood, which is Call of Cthulhu Down Darker Trails, and we are running the Pulp module. We'll introduce our cast here in just a moment, but real quick, I want to draw attention to a new feature here on the overlay in the bottom left here. We've got a scrolling turntable's not the right word, but I don't know.
Carousel.
Carousel. There we
Slideshow.
go. Slideshow. We've got a slideshow of new products that Diana has painstakingly designed for our store. I think they're real cool. We've got a whole bunch of new stuff on the website now, and a lot of it is Iron Dust and Blood themed, including some cool Gatlin horse stuff and some new cups and stuff and whatnot. And we are going to be starting tomorrow because today I was reminded by Facebook that 1 year ago today, not only did we open our store this week, we also started this stream. So today is the stream anniversary of this particular stream, which was just fortuitous. So starting tomorrow, we are going to have a anniversary sale starting on our website. So depending, the more you buy, the more you save. The details will be posted tomorrow, but a certain percentage off based on the amount that you spend, as well as a little gift from us to you in every order. So go check out the store, all the new stuff. It's good time. And now, without further ado, let's dive back into the dusty town of San Francisco in the year 1869. When last we left our investigators, they were following a stricken former Sheriff Dallas Rex as he rolled his eyes back in his head and walked down the street. We're going to go around and meet our cast real quick, but in doing so, we're going to find out what they think about what is going on right now, because we've added 2 new cast members since our investigators have joined Rapno in San Francisco, and Maybell and Dallas are used to some of these going-ons, whereas Bonnie and Dr. Early might not be so. So I want to check in and get a little thought process on what they are thinking about all this. Last week, we learned that the house that is infinitely haunted may or may not be haunted due to some going-ons of the owner's sister. Mr. Manroe's sister was into some strange things, and we've got some spookiness going on. So let's check in with our battle-hardened investigators first, and then we're going to roll over. So, Maybell Monroe, who are you, and what's going through your head right now as you follow Dallas down the street with a cart in tow?
Well, I'm Diana in IRL outside of this game. Sometimes I slip into Maybell mode throughout the day, but most of the time I'm Diana. Maybell is, at this point, like, at first she was determined not to burn the house down. And she was like, no, they hired us, we're going to help them. But now, after having learned what Alice has been through, I don't think she cares so much about the other Manroes. And for as far as she's concerned, they deserve to be haunted. So her concern right now, first of all, she's concerned that Dallas spends a little too much time trying to communicate with the spirit world, because it's such a big unknown, and because she watched what happened to Ulrich. There's the ever-present fear that something similar is going to happen to him or to her or to Mags or something like that. But mostly right now, she's concerned about Alice and Rose and their safety. Um, because it doesn't seem like you would want to conjure a demon into your life. But, you do you, Alice. So she's just kind of concerned for everyone's safety at the moment, except Mr. and Mrs. Manroe. Fuck them.
In particular, those two
Yes, in
right there.
particular, those two go to hell.
Okay. All right. All right. Um, Sheriff Rex, you have these newfound powers, and you are following an apparition down the streets of San Francisco. Who you is, and what's going through your brain box at this moment?
Yeah. So, hey everybody, my name is Mason Dula, but Dallas, uh, he does spend too much time looking into the spirit world, and he knows it, but I think he can't give it up. It's I think it's gonna probably at some point bite me, but right now I think he's gonna lean into it, and admittedly, probably part of the reason he's interested in where Alice is, not only for her safety and because fuck the other people, but but also I mean, she might have stuff to teach him. Like she may be able to point him to books that may help him find Ulrich. Like any hint of the occult, I think is going to be very tempting and hard to pass up if it means learning something new.
Okay. So both you and Maybell seem to be of the impression that Alice and Rose are victims, and you're going to rescue them at this stage,
Yes.
or at least talk to them.
Yeah, I mean, that is what it sounds like so far, yes.
Okay. Dr. Early, you are a learned man of science, and you're being faced currently with non-science predicaments as you first watch Dallas' eyes kind of glaze over in the bedroom where you all were, and then hearken down the street after something that only he can see.
Well, while this is definitely something that is not necessarily science based, it is definitely something that he is more familiar with than he's willing to let on. And he I would say that most of the hesitation for the understanding of magic is more of the hope that it isn't magic and is just some sort of unexplained science and not some sort of scary, over powerful thing that could immediately destroy us all. So, and if it is going to destroy us all, he's going to be there to make sure that he's either the first to go or it doesn't go.
Doesn't want to stick around with survivor's guilt.
Nope. Are already dealing with that already.
And last but not least, Ms. Bonnie Baker. Oh, sorry, Dr. Early Layton. Who are you in normal life?
My name is Jake, and that's all you need to know. There's nothing important about me, so
All right.
just Jake.
We'll find out later. And last but not least, Ms. Bonnie Baker. Who are you? And of all of these folks, you seem to be the most grounded right now. So I'd really like to get to your interpretation of what's going on after interviewing the Manroes.
Yeah. So hi, I'm BB Gaines, playing Bonnie. So she's kind of trying to figure out how to spin the story, whether it's going to be kind of with this sad poor family that used to be well-to-do and well-respected has been cursed or something because of an angry family member type of thing, or the other side where they're like Maybell saying they deserve to be haunted of whatever's happening to them, or maybe there's something else going on that she's just trying to get the facts for. So
And the supernatural part of things isn't throwing her off at this stage. Is she rationalizing that somehow?
I think from her perspective, there's some strange things going on. She is terrified of demons, being Christian and hearing stories and things like that. But in terms of ghosts, she's not. She doesn't really believe in that kind of thing. But she was certainly terrified of the thing in the house that they saw.
Would you say that she ain't afraid of no ghosts?
She's never really seen one otherwise, so we shall see.
All right. Well, we will re-engage here with our party as they are following Sheriff Rex down the street. It is early morning. You all got up according to your housekeeper person. You were visiting the Manroes at a maybe perhaps too early time for common company, and you did find them unprepared for your appearance. So the street and the city is just starting to wake up as Sheriff Rex walks down the street with apparently not seeing what's actually going on, and the three of you follow him.
Hadn't we made it back to the mansion?
Had you made it all the way back?
I thought so, because remember we got there.
Oh,
and
yeah,
then
you
the,
heard
the
screaming.
footman was there with the carriage, and he was like,
Oh yeah.
You're right. Well then, yes, that's right. We ended on the you heard a screaming from inside. So you are standing at the gates, returned once again to Manroe Manor, and you hear a screaming from inside.
what kind of screaming?
I won't attempt to recreate it and break the noise gate on my microphone here, but
I appreciate that.
It is a high-pitched, blood-curdling scream.
Like fear, not rage.
It's roll me psychology actually.
Yeah, how would the curdled blood
Blood-curdling.
like? Yeah, how would the blood curdling be?
How
would it lay
worried
upon
does
the
this blood
slab?
curdling sound?
Yeah. That's kind of what it is, eh?
That's a failure.
It's a
Psychology is
scream.
not this character's thing. Cool. Then if it sounds like it could be potentially someone in harm, I'm gonna rush in.
Yeah, I'm gonna take off that way.
I have the
if
cart.
you
though.
recall, the gates were chained up. I think I said that. If not, the gates are chained up.
Well then I will pull out a bobby pin and try and fiddle with the lock to get it to unlock as quickly as I can.
Okay. Rex, what would you like to do?
I mean, I was gonna try the cliche thing of shooting it, but I was gonna wait to see what happened with this first.
Okay.
Please don't shoot my hands.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I'm gonna hold
That would
and
suck.
hold a sec.
Bonnie, with the blood-curdling scream still echoing in your ears as Maybell charges the gate and attempts to... Oh, there's actually a locksmith. Yeah, roll me locksmith, Maybell.
Could
Attempts
I...
to pick the lock. What would you like to do?
Okay.
Oh my. Well, somebody's in trouble. From the sounds of it, I couldn't tell if it was a man or a woman. Yeah, I'll try to like see in the gate if there's like a window or something I can try to see in.
Okay. From where you all stand in the driveway, there's a curve around, and it goes to that roundabout, and you can't see into any of the windows from where you're at here.
We didn't have our carriage person with us.
No,
Was
he
that
met
or
you
no?
all there because he went the direct route, and you all went the roundabout route.
I mean, this is
Was
not
he
a.
nearby then?
Yeah, he's there.
I was gonna say this isn't like a ridiculously tall gate, right?
8-10 feet, maybe.
Could I potentially climb the carriage and just hop to the wall and just kind of hop over?
Yep.
Or would that is that like a realistic, like easy thing to do?
Yeah, these aren't like barbed glass topped wall fences or anything
Yeah.
like that.
Like I assumed it was like either brick or something. But,
Wrought iron.
Okay.
Yeah.
What would you like me to roll for that then?
Roll me climb. And what were you gonna make a case for, Maybell?
Heck.
Well, I'm Maybell isn't a locksmith, she's a tinkerer. So
Okay.
instead of just picking the lock, could I try and maneuver something with the cart where I can use it for leverage instead to try and pry the lock open?
With what tool are you using? I'm sorry.
I mean, I have the cart there. It has parts that are removable so that I could attach the masks and everything. Surely there's a piece of rebar or something.
Sure. Yeah.
In the meantime, I would like to ask the carriage person. Sir, do you have the key to these gates?
No, this is your carriage, your guy from Rapno, not the Manroe Manor person.
I thought it worth asking.
Oh, absolutely.
What do you want me to roll, Justice?
Oh, I thought you said something, tinkering.
I said tinkering, but you didn't.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
You didn't sound confident.
Yeah.
And Dr. Early, what would you like to do during this?
Absolutely nothing. I am watching them. I am. If Maybell accomplishes this, I'm going to compliment her. But past that, I have nothing of use in this situation.
Okay.
Justice, remind me how luck works in the Pulp Cthulhu. When does it regenerate? Because it regenerates at some point, right?
It does. At the beginning of each episode, we should roll something to regenerate that.
Okay.
I
I didn't use any last time, and I was
gonna say I don't think anybody's spent any yet.
So we rolled. Okay, so we rolled to regenerate at the beginning of each episode. I didn't do great on climb,
Okay.
but
It's still a 1-for-1, like standard Cthulhu, and then there's
Okay.
other things that you can use. So adjusting a skill or characteristic is a 1-for-1. Weapon, fumble, firearm, you can spend more. Like there's a list of things that you can utilize it for in this system.
okay, I'm going to. I know it's a lot. Or not. I know this isn't a big deal, but I would like to push my roll still.
Okay.
He's gonna like really go for the jump. By the way, this is really stupid. I have 20% in. I have nothing else in jump and climb. But he's gonna like try and like really scale up there and do like a hop over even. So let's see how this goes. Might eat it. This could be the end right here.
All right. Just
There aren't
knocks his
bushes or
teeth out on
anything
the
on
brick
the
wall.
other side of the fence, right? Like, he's not gonna fling himself into a tree or some dumb shit.
I don't know. We'll see how he rolls.
Great.
I got a what? I don't. What's a hard success?
It's a hard success.
That rootin' tootin' success? I
No,
don't know
that's
what it get.
extreme.
That's extreme. But you guys always add so many adjectives. What's hard success then?
I don't know. Make something up. Do
Yeah,
it
exactly.
on the fly.
No.
Go for it.
Now it's too late. A moment
What do you
lost.
want it to be?
Yeah. But I got a hard success, and so
Okay. And how'd you do, Maybell?
I also got a hard success.
Okay. So Bonnie, you're asking the the carriage man. Here's a name.
Carriage driver. Just
The driver. There we go.
call him the
You're asking
driver.
the driver if he has any.
He has a name.
Well, I haven't given him one
Keith.
yet. So, Keith.
Keith.
No, we'll get a better one than that.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
If he has any implements or keys or anything that he can help out with, and he's looking around like, I've got a gun, and about this time, you hear behind you, as Sheriff Rex gives a Herculean effort and scrabbles up this wrought iron fence and tumbles over to the other side. About the time that Maybell goes, yes, and breaks the lock off of the gate and swings it open.
I'm saying that I'm ahead. That was worth it. I have a head start.
Okay.
I'm saying I run faster than Dallas, so I catch up.
But wait, is that?
Oh, movement speed is a thing, I guess, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. Anyways, I guess I'm just gonna make my way to the house. I don't know if the front door's locked, but I'm not gonna like throw my shoulder into it and kill myself yet. But I would like to go and try the handle at least if it's not open.
Okay. Bonnie and Dr. Early, do you follow these rapscallions?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yes.
follow through the gate.
But I'm
Okay.
also gonna say, sir, do you mind coming with us? We might need extra protection.
Oh, it's not generally. Okay. Yes. Yes. Certainly. Protection from what? The renegades, bandits,
I
rapscallions.
don't know who was ever in the house, and whoever screamed may need our help.
Oh, certainly. Yes. Yes, ma'am. Yes. I'll be right behind you.
How loud are they back there? Are you guys yelling this at each other? Because I loved hearing rapscallions, and Dallas will note that for later.
That word carries through.
Okay.
Wasn't me that said it.
He reaches back into the carriage and grabs a shotgun and comes with you.
All right.
You all get to the door. There are the two windows off to the right and left. The shades are still drawn on the study, and the door is not locked.
I open the door.
You open it, and again, you're confronted with that open foyer. Foyer just sounds so redneck. Foyer,
Yeah,
down in the
it
foyer. And again, as the door opens, that scream rips out again, and it's coming from the room to your left, the study. And the big, heavy curtains are once again drawn across the doorway.
All right, I'm finally gonna roll psychology for this.
Okay.
Before Dallas goes charging in, I'm gonna kind of just like put a hand on his elbow to try and get him to pause for a second, and just mouth the word "listen."
Like I'll have like one revolver in hand and kind of stop, and I'll give it a listen.
Hard success, by the way.
The scream is not terror or rage, either one. It is simply a scream, but it's coming through with such veracity that it makes your own vocal cords hurt to hear it. Imagining the strain that it is putting upon the individual that is belting that out.
This sounds extremely unnatural. I'm asking. Should I say this? Does this feel unnatural?
It is definitely a human voice.
Mm-hmm.
But it is a human voice that's being pushed beyond the bounds of what a person in their right mind would willingly do, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. They're doing it. They're pushing themselves so much that it's physically hurting them.
Yes. You do notice with the second scream here, there's a little bit of hoarseness, as if there was some damage done with that first one.
I look at the group and go, there's something not quite right with whoever's in there.
Well, we can't just not do anything.
I'm not saying we don't do anything. I'm just saying,
Let's just move quietly
and cautiously.
Right. I have one hand on my pistol and kind of the other one just out ahead of me to like move obstacles and things if there are any.
There's daylight coming in through the dirty windows. So everything has that sort of yellow pallor to it. But which direction are you heading?
Towards the voice? You said it was left?
Yeah, it's the study where the Bible and everything was initially.
Is there
Okay.
a second entrance to that room?
Nope.
Just the one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then I'll follow. I will also turn back to make sure that Bonnie is still with us and not hyperventilating too much.
I'm just gonna be clutching my wooden cross necklace. a little more tightly.
When you peel back the curtains, you're all greeted with a shocking sight. And all of you roll me sanity.
Why?
As a woman that you recognize as Alice Manroe stands stark naked in the study. At her feet is Rose in a circle. There's a circle outline around her. Rose is laying there, not moving, eyes open. And there's candles on 5 different points of the circle. If you draw a line between all of them, they would make a 5-pointed star. Above Rose, Alice stands, like I said, stark naked, her eyes wide. The scream is coming from her mouth. Raising high above her head is a stone dagger. There is blood coming out of her ears and coming down her tear ducts. And her hair is flying away from her head as if a wind is blowing it backwards. And as you open the curtain, you are all buffeted by a warm wind with a slight smell of sulfur. How'd everybody do with their sanity rolls?
Roll below or above?
Below,
Below, yep.
Yeah.
I successed.
Everybody successed, but except for Maybell.
It's really not fair.
Maybell, roll me a d6.
Have I ever succeeded on a sanity roll? I really think the answer is no.
Generally, you don't. I know.
Yeah.
That's a
Even-
5. Fuck me sideways.
Ooh,
Wow.
you lose 5 points of sanity. And that is more than 4,
Yeah.
which means that we have an immediate and involuntary temporary insanity.
Ooh.
Unless anybody has, don't forget your talents. If anybody has any talent that would come into play here,
Oh.
feel free to read over those real quick while I flip through the page. to
Photographic
proper-
memory and smooth talker will not assist me here.
Yes, you remember distinctly
I
this
would like
situation
to
happening.
talk to the demon.
Who said anything about demon?
I'm gonna flirt with it. that historically has worked with basically everything.
Apologies. This is the pulp rules are slightly different from regular ones. So, a bout of madness, and this lasts for 1d10 hours. So roll me a d10 because these are interesting.
Play Call of Cthulhu, they said. It'll be fun, they said. That's a 1.
That could be a good thing, right?
Your eyes go wide, and suddenly you don't remember what you're doing here. You have a temporary bout of amnesia, and you cease to think of yourself as a hero and lose the ability to use your pulp talents for 1d10 rounds. So you don't have access to your pulp talents for 6 rounds. And you for a moment there, you forget that you're a story within this. You're in the story, and you're more seeing the story from the outside.
If that's the case, and I just like forget why I'm there, and before me is what you've described, there will probably be a second blood-curdling screech from Maybell. So the woman who just told y'all to shut up and be quiet is going to yell like a harpy.
Justice, could I roll Cthulhu Mythos to see what's going on? If I have any idea, like, because what I do
Nothing
next is
good.
very dependent on if I have any inkling of what's going on, like what this.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Did the driver roll?
Oh, he did not. Oh boy.
I wanted
all
to know
right.
that just for fun.
I got a 5, which is an extreme success for my Cthulhu mythos.
Hot diggity. All right.
Hot diggity indeed.
Hot
I
diggity
thought
dog.
Cthulhu Mythos wasn't a thing anymore. Oh no, there it
Let's
is.
see
Okay.
here. Where is? Let's just see how he does. You know what? He rolled a 12 on his sanity. He is sane as fuck. He's like, yep, just another day.
Not the day at the Manroe Mansion.
Yep. We're gonna do this. You rolled a 15, you said, so rootin' tootin' highfalutin success here on Cthulhu Mythos.
Oh, no, I rolled a 5. So, yeah, extreme success.
Extreme.
Extreme.
Power thirst.
Yeah, that's what I was. Everybody
Um,
knows.
We have a Doritos extreme here.
I don't know. I think we're old enough that it's probably not a common thing anymore.
No.
No.
This is a summoning ritual. You also, everybody recognizes what is happening here from the description of how Mr. King, Alice's betrothed, was found.
So then, with my extreme success, do I maybe know if it's good or bad what they're summoning? Is there any?
Oh, this isn't good.
Oh,
Anytime sacrifice is involved, it's generally
okay. So
gonna
she
be
is.
bad.
So the little girl is being killed. Okay,
Okay, just to be clear, she's not a little girl.
shoot the naked woman in the head then.
All right. I told you this is going to be real quick. No.
Yeah.
Just to be clear, she was a young girl when they returned from Hawaii 15 years ago, or 1951. So
I still want to
ago.
save her though. Oh,
yeah,
you mean
absolutely.
Alice?
But I just for CW
Okay.
warning, it's not a child. She's still her child, but she's not like an 8-year-old girl or anything like that. But,
Yeah, in case you thought this human sacrifice was going to be brutal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't worry, it's all adults.
We know you're all okay
Consenting
with it now.
adults.
Okay, so Sheriff is going to pull his gun he's already got his gun drawn. He's going to draw bead and fire. Bonnie, what would you like to do after being confronted with this scene?
I think I'd just like hide behind the driver or something. To be honest.
Duck back. Certainly.
I rolled another 5.
Dr.
Cheer.
Early, what would you like to do?
I mean, there again, there's not much help I can do in this situation. It's usually after everyone's hurt that I can help out. But it looks like I guess I'm going to. I'm not doing anything. I'm just watching. I'm
Okay.
literally just watching.
Watching, waiting. And Mabel, I'm not going to give you an action right now because you are reeling from
I'm just screaming.
Bonnie and Dr. Early, you both kind of take a step back, and Bonnie, you take it a step further and hide behind the cart driver there, who pulls his shotgun up like he's also going to fire. And as soon as Sheriff Rex fires, that kind of gives him the go ahead. And he also opens up with the shotgun.
Oh, jeez. Oh, no. Oh, I didn't want to paint the room with this person. I just...
You rolled a 5. So
I did, yeah.
your gun, you all see this in almost a slow motion. In this dark room, the flash from the 6-shooter lights up, and it's an enormous sound as the gun kicks back. And moments, instantaneous, you see Alice's head rock back. And she stands there for a moment with her eyes wide, with a perfect circle between her eyes. And then the shotgun rips across the room and catches her, and she looks like she's been punched. She doubles over. And then, just as you all expect her to topple forward, she instead stands up straight and rolls her shoulders
Bang.
and head in an
Bonnie starts
uncharacteristic Manor. You had met Alice before. You had had some dinner with her. She was a quiet, demure lady. And even when she was standing there screeching to the heavens or the hells, she still had certain feminine qualities with that smaller frame. And now it looks almost as if she's larger than she was before. She hasn't changed really, like her physical feature has not changed, but the way that she stands and and presents herself is larger. And from her mouth, as she opens it to speak, blood leaks out. And you're absolutely, you can fire again and again, and she's not walking forward, but Terminator style, where the bullets hit, she flexes back and then comes back forward, and blood leaks out as her eyes fill up with blood, and her voice that sounds like rusty nails being dumped through a coal chute. You're too late. As the voice coming out caresses your ears like sick oil, makes you want to ram your head against the door and get it out of your ears. But then each of you has sort of a moment as this creature says that. And each one of you, it looks a little bit different as its hands sort of elongate and turn to smoke as they reach out towards you and swirl around your bodies. And you can see this only happening to you, but it's actually happening to each one of you in turn. Bonnie, as the tendrils of smoke
Our Father who art in heaven,
reach you,
hallowed be
enter your ears,
thy kingdom come.
you see that creature that you saw in the fireplace standing before you. And he looks at you and he goes, "There's greatness in you. I could help you achieve that greatness."
Hallowed
And
be
you
thy
see visions pass before your eyes of you, excuse me, returning to your family's printing press. But as you walk in the door, your name is on the front door. And it's larger than when your father ran it. 3 stories high, takes up an entire city block. This could all be yours.
Thy kingdom
Give
come.
yourself to me.
Thy will be done.
And
on
as you
earth
walk
as it
in,
is
the printing presses are running,
Give us this day
and a book is stacked
and
on a
forgive
table
us
in
our
front,
trespasses, as we forgive those
and it's got your name on it,
who trespass
pinned by Bonnabelle Baker.
and lead
This is what you want, isn't it?
and lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil.
Become my creature, and this all can be yours.
She just continues praying over and over and like rocking back and forth.
Give me I'm gonna do a roll here. Resist temptation roll.
Okay.
No, roll me Constitution, just straight Constitution.
Oh,
Just do me a favor, just say my precious.
My precious.
it's a hard success.
A hard success. As you continue to pray and clutch your crucifix, in your mind's eye, a glowing starts to come from that crucifix, and it expands out from you further and further until it connects with the creature, and it screams an unholy scream and bursts into 1,000 shadows that spread. And suddenly you're free, and you take a deep gasp of air. Maybell. Same situation. the tendrils are coming out to you as you still are confused about what you're doing here and how you got here. And then suddenly they wrap around your throat and go up your nose and into your ears, and you see the same apparition, which you didn't see before. So before you is a hideously scarred, black, crusty skin, white flowing mane, just terrible looking creature with malice reeking off of it as if it were an odor. And it looks at you and it goes, yes, yes, you have pain and hatred. I can help you regain what you lost. And you see your father's ranch restored, no longer burnt to the ground, thriving even as a full herd of cattle are brought down from the high ranches and are headed off to market. You're standing on the porch looking out at everything that you've brought back to life. Mags is standing there with you, and she looks at you and she says, I'm proud of you, Belly.
Give yourself to me, and you can have all of this.
Am I... With this vision, is there a sense of relief that accompanies it from everything that I'm seeing right now?
This is what you want, right? I wouldn't say relief is anywhere possible with this voice echoing through your ears, but there's a temptation there. And he's saying that he can give this to you if you become his creature.
I get that. I'll just kind of choke out, since I have demon smoke in my nose. Anything to make it stop. Just make it stop.
You want this?
I want it to be over. Just make it be over. Please make it stop. This can't be real.
You are giving yourself to me?
Yes, just make it stop!
I need you to say it. Say, I am your creature, Berith.
I'm your creature. Just make it end. Make it go away.
And just like that, it goes away. And you have a tingling up your spine. And you're back in the room, and you see everybody around you. And there's a sibilant whisper going through your ears that says,
Yes, we will do great things together.
Dr. Early. The smoke tendrils come out. They almost leap to you. And almost like a warm caress down your cheek. They cover your face, and then you see this creature. Again, you hadn't seen it before either. And it's hideous to look at. And it doesn't approach you. It stands back and it says,
Well, you who have touched the minions of my followers before, are you prepared to give yourself to me wholly?
Why would I even think of doing that?
You are a man that seeks knowledge, are you not?
So what of it? I was just say, Justice, drink some water. In fact, everyone should drink water. Drink water
Hydrate.
right now.
Everybody
Hydrate.
hydrate.
I left my water downstairs.
Ooh.
I'm
You
the poster
fool.
boy for failure.
Um,
I can provide you the knowledge that you seek.
And what is that?
You want to know what destroyed your family, do you not?
And you're gonna somehow magically make that happen?
I know all, Doctor.
I'm going to roll something myself. I'm gonna let fate decide the doctor. Can he physically see the face?
um, yes and no. Like to him, he can physically see this thing. It's happening inside your mind theater. You don't see everything else around you right now. It is just you and that creature.
Mm-hmm. The doctor stands up. You can give me that information. You can tell me what did this.
Yes, I can.
And you see for a moment two things. So first, you see a vision of yourself walking back into the farmhouse where you found your family, and relive that moment of finding that hammer, and seeing their smashed bodies, and then a flash, almost like a glitch, where you see it when it was happening, and you see a blank face on a person that is carrying out this, and then there's another flash, and it's your face smashing in with hammer, and then a quick back, and you're shocked back into the room, and it's just you and the creature.
Is it inside you? Wouldn't you like to know? Are you a threat to all around you? Have you gone too far to the dark?
The doctor reaches into his vest and pulls out his flask and takes a sip. And he spits in his face.
Roll me a Constitution roll.
That is I shit you not, a 49 out of 50.
You feel the tendrils that went into your nose and mouth and eyes start to tighten, as if it's constricting your entire brain. Your eyes bug out just a little bit, and then it releases, and you're back in the room with your companions and the bullet-riddled Alice. Sheriff Rex. The tendrils come out a little bit differently, and they first hit you directly in the forehead where you shot Alice, and then each of the other bullet holes where you had shot Alice. They pass right through you in those spots. Extreme pain for a moment, almost doubles you over, and then the flash, and you're standing in the room with the creature that you saw in the fireplace. You feel not only with your connection to the psychic realm right now, you see your companion standing there, frozen in time, and overlaid over top of that is you standing apart from your body with this being standing across from you. And he is, instead of being a creature that looks like it's feral, instead you still see the same thing, but it has more of a regal demeanor to it, standing erect with its hands behind its back, and it says,
You need something from me, don't you?
As I kind of look around and survey the situation, I don't know. What are you offering?
I'm offering you knowledge, and through knowledge, power.
Like what, for example, are we talking? Because I've seen ones far greater than you. I don't even know if you're that much stronger than me.
Believe what you want, man-child. You know nothing of me and my powers, but I tell you this. You're looking for someone.
You know what? You want something from me, and I want something from you, so seeing as how you're the creepy demon here, why don't you maybe give me a little something to show a good faith?
I'll give you a name. Ulrich Wolf.
Yeah, that's easy enough to come by.
And you wish to find him. He is not dead as you suspected.
Right, so how do I bring him back here then? You don't even know. You don't even know.
Your pitiful mind tricks are nothing against me,
Yeah,
child of
do you
man.
want what I have to offer or not?
I simply want your service to me, and in exchange, I will give you the power
I don't have
to
time
grab
for this.
what you seek.
I'm gonna pull and shoot him in the head.
Man, I really thought I'd get Ulrich. Or Dallas. All right, give me a Constitution roll.
My worst skill. Oh, 12. That's a
God damn it!
hard success, not an extreme success.
You feel those spots burn just a little bit where you had shot Alice before, and just as they're starting to, you've been shot before, just as they're like almost getting to that point of actual bullet wound, they slack off, and with a gasp, you are standing there with your friends as they all, you almost a collective gasp as you all once together come back at the same time, including what we name our Arvel the coachman.
Yes, that sounds right. What did he see for, the folks at home?
Well, I didn't write an entire backstory for the coachman. So needless to say, he saw some pretty fucked up shit.
Okay.
We'll leave it at that.
So he's probably evil and we should kill him.
Wait, I don't like this plan.
If Alice is still big and evil looking, I think I've still got several silver bullets left. I'm gonna just keep unloading.
As you all come back with a gasp, Alice shrieks one more time and leaps across her daughter laying in the floor, knife extended, eyes completely blood covered, with it dripping down her face. She leaps directly at Dr. Early. Roll me, Dallas. Roll me your shoots.
So then I started blasting. Let's see. So you give me 2 shots for 2 guns, or do you want me to just do
Did you
one?
pull out your other one?
Yeah, I would have it. Yeah, at this point, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd like to think, correct me if I'm wrong, but just for ease sake, at this stage, Dallas probably keeps 1 gun loaded with silver bullets.
Yeah, well, I had loaded 1 completely. I knew that we had some. I don't know if I would have put them in both though, because it's kind of like The Witcher, right? Like you don't want to use the silver bullets if you got to just shoot a dude.
Yeah.
So yeah, the 1 would have been for sure. Oh, it was a success. Sorry. I thought you were calculating something.
I think. There
Oh,
we go.
sneezing. Okay. I was like, am I doing something wrong, Justice?
Nope. I thought it was gonna be real quick, and then it was one of those ticklers that just stayed there.
Okay.
Name your sex tape.
Yeah, regular success though on my.
Tickler that stayed there. Yep.
Yeah. So your regular bullet connects with her as she flies through the air, knife extended, and she is a foot away from Dr. Early, and you have to sort of pivot as you go and let loose with the gun that has the silver bullet in it, and it connects and hits her right in the sternum, and throws the body back across the room away from the doctor. And where the bullet connected, it starts to sizzle and burn outward, until it envelops the entire body, which turns to ash in front of your eyes.
Is the little girl breathing?
She is breathing.
Doc.
I'm on my way, and I run to the little girl.
Mabel, you no longer are afflicted with the amnesia. You are back and present and with everybody.
Do I remember what just happened?
Yes.
Do I hear anything inside my head?
Not right now.
Well, now that I remember why I'm here, and I remember what I just did, it probably looks very natural for the moment, but Mabel is going to sort of scream wail one final time as she sort of collapses onto the floor in the foyer and just starts sobbing into her hands.
Bonnie will rush over and just kind of put her arms around her, trying to calm her down.
Yeah.
No, get away! It's not safe!
Well, what do you mean?
Just get away!
All right. It's all right. They shot it.
Just get away! It's not gone!
Really?
What do you mean it's not gone?
It's not gone!
What does she mean it's not gone?
Bailey, what did you do?
I didn't remember. I just wanted it to end. I didn't remember why we were here, or who these people were, or who you were, or Alice, or I just wanted it to end. I wanted it to be over. I'm sorry.
We'll figure it out.
No, you should all leave. You should all leave right now. You should all leave.
You don't
Before it comes back, you need to go.
Look, if there's nothing there right now, I mean, who knows?
Dallas. You need to go.
Look, the people we work with now will know how to help you.
I know how to help me. You just did it. That's the way. Before I hurt someone, before I do something awful, before I skin someone alive, before I kill my own sister,
We will figure this out. And you know Mags would kill me.
I can't. I'm not gonna hurt any of you. You need to go. You need to get out.
I'm just gonna kind of. Is the doctor still tending to the girl?
I was gonna have him do a medicine or first aid roll, whichever one you would like.
As he's tending her, Doc, do you have anything that will calm her down?
In what room did we leave the big old-fashioned Bible?
You had brought it out to the atrium where the masks were to see if there was any sort of correlation between the two.
I am going to race to find it and to open it up to the passage that we had found before and to just start reading it aloud to myself.
The doctor got a critical success on on his medicine or first aid, which they're the same. So both are 80.
Which would you like to do because the effects are different?
Let's do medicine.
Okay. So as you bend down, you check her breathing and check her pulse. She is good to go. Like she is still breathing. Her heart is still beating. And she but you smell sort of a sickly sweet smell coming off of her breath that you recognize as a paralytic, similar to opium. So she has been drugged in some way, but otherwise healthy.
She's fine. Okay. Can I
alive.
roll?
Let's say alive, not healthy.
She's okay. She's okay. Are you all right if I roll because I have a pharmacy as one of my things? Are you okay if I roll my pharmacy roll to see if I have anything that would help Maybell relax?
Yeah, absolutely.
I do not. I do not have anything.
Don't got shit.
I don't.
I've got this dime bag.
I look at Dallas and I go, I was prepared for injury, not relaxation. I apologize. I doubt she'll take any of my. And I like pull out the flask. But that's about all I've got. I think maybe just being there for her, whether she. Not necessarily. I'm forcing a roll on myself. I'm gonna roll a psychology roll. Okay. She may not want you to be there, and you need to respect that. But being there if she needs you is important.
Yeah, but Doc, do you see what
Yes.
what we're in the middle of right now?
Yes. There's
We
nothing
have to
that
make
we can.
she can't be a liability, Doc,
I
to
understand that.
herself or us.
But do you care about her?
Obviously.
Then go and be there for her if she needs you. There's nothing we can do here. Unless you plan on putting a bullet through her head, then we need the next best thing is to make sure that she is okay.
As he says
I
this, because I know Bonnie's back there tending to her as well, could I also use clairvoyance to see if the coast is clear from like the spiritual realm point of view?
Yeah. Roll me clairvoyance.
Okay.
Bonnie, what would you like to do?
I was gonna participate in the conversation a little and say,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I do think we should bring her back to the, the academy. I'm sure they could help, or at least, maybe the church can. I don't know what I just saw, really.
That is why it's important that we make sure she's okay now, so that
can
we
we
can
please-
take her there.
Can we please just leave this house?
Is the patient well enough? I understand that they are drugged, but are they well enough to be moved?
Yeah, she's basically just limp.
Mason. Dallas, go to Maybell. Bonnie, please help me with this. And I'm going to try and help the girl up. But she can't move by herself, and I am not strong enough to lift her.
Well, what was the driver's name again?
Arville.
Arville. I was gonna say Marville. Arville, do you mind helping the doctor? I'm not sure I'm that strong. And she's gonna start making her way out of the house. She does not want to be in there.
Okay. Apologies, we have a different conversation going on. So Maybell ran to the study or the atrium, a
Okay.
conservatory with Professor Plum. She ran to the room where the piano was, and and she's Bonnabelle. You find her sitting at the piano bench, reading the Bible, the large family Bible that previously had given off that warmth and protection feeling. And she's reading obsessively the verse that it was open to previously. Can ye not see the signs of the times? That's what you see. Because you were going after her, right, Bonnie?
Oh, me? No, I thought Rex was.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you rushed towards her.
I'm leaving the house.
Oh, okay. All right. So Doc, Arville, and Bonnie are taking the young girl out of the house, or the young woman. That's correct?
Yes.
Okay. And Rex, you're going to find Maybelle.
Yeah, now that I am cognizant of the fact she ran off, I somehow missed that before.
Sorry.
My bad. So yeah, I'll follow her into there then.
Okay. And that's what you see. You see her sitting at the piano, reading the giant Bible here.
Okay.
And Mabel, as you begin to read that, your terror starts to fade. That raw, just gut reaction terror starts to almost leach out of your body, and you feel a warmth filling it.
Mabel.
Stay away. Don't come close.
You know, if you like the book so much, I'm sure they're not going to mind if we take it.
This is serious, Dallas.
Ah, me too. I think we deserve it after this.
It's with me now. I let it in. I just let it in like it was nothing, like I was changing clothes for Sunday school. I just let it in.
You didn't know any better. You can't blame yourself.
I can't. I'm a monster.
No, you are not.
At least
Look,
partially now, yeah.
You'll find a way. We will find a way to get him out of there. Whatever this thing is, we've come across worse. We can handle it. And no, we're not going to be hurting anyone else today.
You gotta make me a few promises. Right here. This is important. I don't know the doctor. I don't know Miss Bonnie. You're all I got here. If you get even the slightest whiff of that thing, I want you to put me down. When we get back to the house, I want you to have the housekeeper install a lock on the outside of my door at night. I'm not gonna hurt anybody. I can't do that. There's no coming back from that.
Look, all right. I get where you're coming from. And I promise that whenever, whatever time comes, I will take care of whatever. I promise. But I think I think before you start making any of these big leaps or bounds or anything to any sort of life-changing, life-altering things, you need to wait and talk to Mags.
We can't tell her about this.
Oh, we
Dallas.
have to tell her
No,
about this.
Dallas, we cannot tell her about this. We can't. Our mom is gone. Our pop's gone. I'm not gonna put this on her. Dallas. I'm serious. She cannot know.
Are you ready to go? Yeah, come on. We need to get out of this place.
I take the Bible with me.
Yeah, you want any other books? I can grab a couple.
Just this one. I think.
You sure? I mean, there was a nice thing on the mantelpiece in there if you wanted to. I can go.
No.
Okay.
I think stealing the one thing is gonna be enough for today.
All right. I'm gonna take her out to the carriage, make sure that everybody is situated out there, and then I probably am gonna go back in and grab the masks.
Okay.
And any, like, if there's any, like, one obviously valuable thing, I'll take that too, because fuck these people.
So on the way out, let me ask if it's possible first, I guess. Is it possible for us to go back out of the house without walking by where the pentagram is, or is that just kind of something that we're going to see exiting through the front of the house?
I mean, if you drew the curtains across the door, then you wouldn't see it in the study.
Is that something that Dallas would have had the presence of mind to do?
I'll roll for it right now, given I'm very focused on lots of other. No.
Cool. Great. I would like to stop and destroy the pentagram on the way out.
Okay.
You said there were candles?
There were candles at the 5 points, but it wasn't actually, because the body was in the middle. There's not a pentagram drawn. It's just the light basically would form the.
I'm gonna pull down the curtain, sort of lay it over that area on the floor, and tip over the candles.
You burning this place down?
I'm burning this fucking room down.
Okay.
Look, there's a pentagram on the floor of their study. You really think they're gonna want to not remodel? Like, I'm giving them an excuse here.
Okay. This is going to burn the house down, is all. Like,
if it's in a bit, like, is the floor wood? Is it?
It's a wooden house, yeah. This is 1869 San Francisco, which was plagued with fires.
I would put it out pretty promptly. Mabel, what the hell are you doing?
It can't stay.
No, it can't. I will destroy whatever in this room, but just leave it to me, okay?
By knocking over the candles, you do upset the actual thing that makes it a pentagram. Otherwise, it's just a circle drawn on the ground there.
I mean, I still want to at least scorch part of it. And then I'll have Party Pooper Dallas discover me. Good old wet Wet Blanket Rex.
Wet Blanket Rex.
She'll go out and join the others in the carriage without saying a word and just kind of holding the Bible very closely.
If there's an axe about, I will probably chop up pieces of the floor just to break it up that way, rather than, because I don't know, like, how that blood or whatever could stain the wood permanently, so I just don't want there to be any like connecting pieces, you know.
You can go grab the cast iron fire pokers from the other room.
Oh, this is gonna be a real
smash
hack
it up.
job.
Yeah, just smash up the floors a little bit there.
Yeah, I will do that. And then I guess I'll look around the room to see if there's any more occult stuff, books or otherwise, because presumably this woman had possessions that she packed, and I saw her pack and bring here.
Yes, she had the chest that was her her altar,
Okay.
which is there. It is open. There is the stone dagger.
Okay. Is there anything on it, markings or anything?
It's a flint napped dagger that looks very old, and it has a leather wrapped handle.
Okay.
There's in that box there was the incense, the candles, but no books or anything like that.
Man, she kept it all up here, I guess. Damn it.
Or something put it there.
It's fair. In that case, I'll go ahead and, is it big? I mean, well, she moved it, so I'll just go ahead and break her chest outside. In my head, I was like, could I move it? Yes, theoretically. I'll just take her chest. I'll see if I can wrap it in like one of the curtains or something, just so that I'm not touching it too much.
Okay.
And inspect it back at the hotel.
Dr. Early, your patient seems to be doing okay. She is merely limp, slumps over in the carriage when you get her there. Arvel is exceedingly. He's looking a little spooked at this point. Looking around, looking at all you. He saw what happened, and he's like, yeah, let's GTFO basically. Doctor and Bonnie, do you have anything to say before the rest of the other two come out of the house there?
I look to Bonnie and, do you need anything?
I just need to get far away from this house.
Understandable. We're going to accomplish that as soon as everyone's out and safe.
I mean, didn't you see what happened in there?
I think we saw what we needed to see.
I don't even know how to write any of this down.
Starting to think that that's the point.
And Bonnie just goes quiet and just kind of thinks there, holding her cross still.
The doctor looks at the cross and looks back at the patient and pauses for a moment and looks over at the driver, and now you don't move a muscle until the others come here. You understand that, right?
Yeah. We'll make sure everybody gets back in one piece. Yes.
You're good, right?
Yep. I've been doing this a while. Wasn't expecting to be so involved, but yeah. I'm here. I'm good. I'm all right.
Good. And then the doctor is going to steadfast and wait until the other two show up. I'm not going to let anyone leave until everyone's out.
All right.
If I could, just before I grab the chest and leave, I would like to cast clairvoyance twice.
Oh yeah.
The other one failed, but
Okay.
I've had enough time to get my magic back. So I would like to first cast it for basically to see if the place is actually cleansed, I guess. And then secondly, which I'll go and roll for the first one, I guess. Nah, fuck, failed that. Oh well. Fuck these people in their house. The second one though.
It's good.
Yeah. The second one though, I wanted to see if I could figure out how to fix. I believe that Maybell did this. I believe that there's something in her. I want to see how if I can find a way to fix it. Like if I can get a hint of how to fix it. Oh. I am going to spend. Oh, that's 8 luck. I'm gonna spend 8 luck to make that a success.
As you reach into the psychic realm, as you're standing there at the threshold of this this house,
Yeah.
and you don't feel that overwhelming sense of dread that you felt before. When you tap into the psychic realm, nothing pushes back against you like you felt before. And as you look around, the only thing you notice is a slight shimmer. And at first, you're not even quite sure you saw it, but you know, a heat shimmer when you're looking out across a hot pavement. That's what you see through the spirit realm when you look at Maybell. Nothing overt, nothing dangerous, nothing malevolent per se immediately, but there's something there that wasn't there before. You think there's something there that wasn't there before, but no hint of how to get rid of it. You know, there's nothing that's like saying, holding up a sign and saying, "Hey, sprinkle garlic on me" or anything like that. But you know that there's something there, and so that will just have to be something you dig deeper on.
What's there?
That was
What's
too
there,
good. I hate
Mama?
it. Stop. No.
Oh, Chip, I'll tell you when you're older.
Oh, and then now we can't monetize this episode.
Once you all get out to the carriage, Arvel and hightails it back towards the Rapno headquarters. And once there, I am forgetting Herbert. Yes, Herbert Welsh. He's standing there, same as always. But he looks at you all and takes in your expressions, and says, "I trust that. No, something has happened.
Yeah, mission was a success. What do we win?
Oh, it's well, this is not a prize per se. This is simply our duty to cleanse the world of these abnormalities. But I would like to
Herbert,
invite you all to write down your encounters.
you and your people, well, us and our people now, I suppose. You have a good amount of resources. There's a woman, I'm sure you know her now, Alice Manroe.
Yes.
Can you look into her background? Who she associated with? Any places she went often that were unusual? She knew way too much.
Certainly, I will look into it. I believe they came from out east. I'll reach out to some of our contacts and see if we can. Was she the source of this, then? Is that what I'm led to believe?
Certainly seems like that may be the case. Yeah.
Dr. Early, what is your professional opinion of this situation? Is it resolved?
Absolutely not.
It is not resolved. Then the Manroes cannot return to their home.
Just because they can return to their home doesn't mean that this is over.
I see.
They can return to their home. They can pay you or do whatever that their plan is, but there's much more. More needs to happen.
I understand. Miss Bonnie, you look a little pale. Are you still up for this sort of life?
I mean, I think I need maybe a night or two to think about this. This is not what I expected at all. Um, I'm not even sure what to write down.
I understand that
Is this normal? Is this what we're gonna see all the time?
well, I doubt anything that you all experience would be dubbed normal to the lay folk, but this is what we are fighting against. These are threats to the natural order of the world, and every thing that you slay helps to make this world a better place.
Well, I mean, I do want that. I mean, can we please see to Maybelle? She's dreadfully frightened. I don't know what happened to her.
I'm fine. I'm fine.
Oh. Ms. Manroe, are you all right? You do look a little peckish as well.
That's kind of rude of you to say. I just need to get some rest. It's been a long morning.
Yes, you all have had quite an experience over the last 24 hours, and
Can you answer something for me, though?
if it is within my capability, absolutely, ma'am.
Well, Rose is now motherless and fatherless. Based on what J.P. Manroe has told us about his prior actions concerning the choices that he made for Alice and where that led her, what's going to happen to her?
Well, she is a woman grown, so I assume that she has free will. She can make her own decision as
But she
is
doesn't have
sound.
any resources.
Ah. I believe that is something well within our capabilities. We can make sure that she is taken care of.
Please. And she'll just kind of like go immediately upstairs and close the door to her bedroom.
The doctor's definitely going to wait maybe like 30 minutes and then come to Maybelle's door and knock on it. Maybelle, are you in there?
Is there something that you need?
Yes.
Can it wait?
No.
Well, that sucks.
I would prefer to not talk about it through the door.
She's gonna wait, probably a lot longer than the doctor would like her to, perhaps 10 seconds, before you hear her kind of get up off of her mattress and come to the door, and you hear it unlock and open. Yes?
May I?
She'll kind of turn around and then turn back to you. Alright, come on in. Make sure you leave the door open behind you.
I walk in and I push the door so that it is still open as to accomplish her request, but also make it less easy for prying ears and eyes.
She'll go over to the bed and pick up it. If it were Dallas looking at it, it's the same stack of half-finished letters that she had before, now with a fresh one on top that she'll just sort of move to the side.
Maybelle, You don't need to tell me what you saw or what happened.
Great. What are you doing here then?
But know that whatever happened in there is going to be something that affects both of us.
I'm very sorry to inconvenience you like this, Doctor. I know you must have a very pressing schedule.
I would like to help you.
Forgive me. But, how?
May I be open with you and honest? Or should I keep a facade up?
I mean, you can certainly try. I don't feel like you've been honest with me since you met me, but there's a first for everything. Go ahead.
We have our own reasons for joining, and mine is because I have dealt with something like this before. I have lost a lot of people in my life because of it. There is nothing more that I would like to do than to take a ball peen hammer and smash it into oblivion.
At that, she's gonna take a step backwards towards the door and open it just a few more inches.
I'm not here to hurt you.
Certainly sounds that way.
I think that you might be a key.
To what?
Helping me discover what happened to my family.
You know, Doc, it's been a really long day.
I know.
And I do not appreciate you coming up here demanding my attention and then telling me that somehow I'm going to help you solve your problems by being some kind of key. Do you not understand what happened today? You all are, in all likelihood, gonna have to kill me. So that's sort of what I'm dealing with right now. Forgive me if I don't give a flying fuck about being your key.
The doctor reaches into his pocket and pulls out a small glass vial with a single pill in it and sets it on your counter. That's for you.
What is it?
I think you know.
No, I want to hear you say it. Because it seems like a chicken shit move to come in here and tell me how I'm going to help you and then hand off drugs to me. So please, enlighten me.
It is an extremely heavy sedative. If you feel like you can't control it, it's going to be too late for us to take care of it. This is an extremely heavy burden that you're going to have to handle.
Get out of my room.
I pick the vial up. And I walk over to you and I put it in front of you.
Get out. Now.
He pockets it, turns around and walks out.
Do you shut the door behind you?
No.
Cool. It's gonna slam right behind you.
The doc walks to his room.
Beanie attacked.
I had a squirming dog. Was that a cyanide type capsule? Just good. Um, so Herbert is going to request you all debrief. Write down your thoughts and experiences, and he will compile all that into a leather-bound, wood-based book that has open rings for adding new pages. And as soon as you all get your stories, he begins copying them. And he lets you know that he'll be sending off your experiences to be added to the greater collection of the Rapno experience. And if anything comes back related to this, they will let you know. They have a whole team of people that archive and cross-reference and look for patterns. And he says, thank you. I know this was a trying experience, but I thank you for your bravery and getting this taken care of. If there's anything you all need, please don't hesitate to ask. And he leaves you all to it. And there's as you all are joining for the evening meal, there's a knock at the door, and you hear Herbert go to the front door and open it, and he goes, "Oh, hello, Miss Manroe. Welcome back."
Maybell goes white as a sheet sitting at the table.
And that's where we're going to stop for this session.
Oh no, 2 Monroes? Oh gosh. Oh.
Maybell's the nice one.
Oh no! Oh, the doctor is so screwed.
Mags has different sensibilities, that's for sure. And she's been at explosives camp.
She wouldn't have gone to interview people. She would have burned the place down like Dallas and Bonnie wanted.
She's just like, all right.
Problem solved.
No ghost, or no house, no mouse, as the saying goes. Thank you all so much for joining us this evening. I hope you all enjoyed that session. My voice box is wrecked. That's not the voice that I intended, but that's what came out, and that's what we rolled with.
It's like if Palpatine became a Muppet.
Yes. Yeah.
Muppet Palpatine.
Yeah.
That has to exist. That exists somewhere, right?
I'm sure somebody's done a
34,
video
man.
somewhere.
Okay, that is not the same thing.
Sure it is. To some people it is.
Touche. We are off next week as the cast takes a little bit of a break, and we will be back on August 12th.
5th is next week.
Yep, August 12th, to catch up our last little run here before we take a break for the holidays. So please join us. Don't forget there is the sale on our store starting tomorrow. I encourage you to go check out all the cool new products. It's a lot of fun. And let's talk to our cast, who they are and what they got going on and where you can find them. Let's start with Ms. BB Gaines here.
Hi, I'm BB. Had a lot of fun tonight. Loved the voices and all that stuff. You can find me at BB Gaines once in a month or so, sometimes. But soon to be on Nerd Honest.
Exciting. I'm looking forward to that.
Mm-hmm.
And did you say where people can find you on the socials?
Oh yeah, it's BB Gaines everywhere, pretty much.
BB Games.
There's the photo is of some major guns, right on the profile.
She a
photo.
strong girl. She's strong.
And Dr. Early, who you are and where can you be found? And what you got going on?
Let me just first say, Diana, I'm so sorry.
heard it here, folks. He says he's my friend, gives me suicide pills. Like, this is...
Look, I gave Maybell those pills, not Diana. I would never do that to Diana. My name is Jake. You can reach me on Twitter at IndigoQT or at _QTimes, which is the channel that I run. We have a bunch of stuff. There's too much to even describe without taking up more of the precious time in which you all have. So just follow us on the socials and you can check us out and see all the cool stuff that we have and all of the cool stuff that we have going forward. Back to you.
And back to you in the studio audience. Mason, what you got going on? Who you is? Where can folks find you?
Yeah. Also Nerd Honest, and that'll be on the Twitches and Twitters and things, and we don't have a lot of stuff we're pushing out right now, but oh my gosh, guys, everything came in and my house is so full of boxes. And there's so much stuff to finish preparing, but we have a lot of fun stuff coming. Hopefully soonish we'll be able to show some of it, but until then, also I'm at Mason Dula on Twitter. So, you know, I post on there once in a blue moon, but yeah, this was great. And also can't wait for Emily to be back. Not gonna lie.
It'll be exciting. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. Did anybody? You caught me. Oh.
And last but not least, Ms. Diana, Ms. Maybell Manroe.
Yeah, and now somebody else too, which is and now Muppet Palpatine too.
Yes, I'm inside you.
Oh no! Don't say.
Nope.
Nope.
Don't like that. So you can find me here, obviously, on Twitter at D'Amico Diana. Wednesday nights, I'm over on Renegade Games' channel running The Nightlife, our Vampire the Masquerade Chronicle set in Miami. That's been a lot of fun. We have a really active subreddit for that show, too, where we've been sharing some really cool character art and things like that lately. So go check it out. It's a lot of fun. My cast is incredible. It's just a good game.
And I have been your storyteller this evening, your keeper for this game. You can find me on the socials as StashmanDo. I'm not good at being on there, but I'm trying. If you go to Instagram, you can find a lot of old pictures of my face. Thank you all so much for joining us this evening. We really enjoy this show and really appreciate you all coming out. All of our cast appreciate all of the ways that you can support us monetarily, but just finding and following all of these folks, looking at the things that they do, that is a super easy way to support and let them know that you care about the things that they do. Share their posts is 100% free. Hey, you know that we have a show coming up, so give a shout out, give a share, give a follow. We love all that, and thank you so much for that. I have an announcement coming up. So on August the 13th, August 13th. Oh my goodness, that's Friday the 13th. I have an opportunity to do a trial run for a paid DMing gig. So it's going to be a 2-hour episode. I'm creating a whole brand new world for it. And that will be on the Norse Foundry channel. And they will be part of the way that they are determining who gets this is audience participation and who shows up and how much support the whole thing gets. So I would love it if you all could come out on Friday, August 13th, and we'll be posting about it and say hey and drop by and say this is awesome and we love it, because that will be a cool opportunity for me moving forward. So August 13th, and we will continue to post about that moving forward. But thank you all so much for joining us. We love you all and look forward to seeing you all next time.
Good night.